Yes, we are live. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of DMI Show. My name is Toib Abdul Qadri. As you already know, this is a show for digital marketers, content creators, and everyone that wants to know how the digital marketing world works. Um, Last week, we couldn't have this episode. This is a rescheduled episode, actually. We couldn't have this episode because of network glitches. Today, I hope we have a smooth ride. Our topic is on SEO content writing with AI in 2024, the opportunities and challenges. So I'm not going to be speaking about this alone. I'm joined by the great again. The great, thank you for joining us on this webinar again.
Thank you for having me, Toy.
Yeah, so let's get straight into it. Um,
Okay.
the world of SEO content writing before AI, how does it look like before the prevalence of AI tools, and what has changed so far since we now have AI tools everywhere?
All right. Thank you for that question. Uh, Now, AI, as we know, is it is widespread. Everyone is talking about AI. Everyone is using AI for what? For content creation. Now, before AI became this widespread, there are certain things that we like call them process of SEO content writing. And one of them is what? Keyword research. The other one is content optimization, quality and relevance, human creativity. Now, before AI, all these were 100% done by humans, and companies they relied on what? On human writers to create quality content that are what? Relevant and well optimized for what? For SEO. So the content SEO content writing was what? Majorly dependent on what? On human writers. So that is it before the emergence of AI. Now we now know that a lot of company, even they try to save cost, most of them don't go on a freelance platform like Fiverr to get freelancer who will help them with their content creation. Some of them think, oh, I have ChatGPT, I can easily just create content and push it out. So it's one of the things that we one of the reality that the emergence of AI has introduced, and here we are.
Interesting. So the point you're trying to make is ChatGPT cannot, generate quality content if you don't have expert content writers.
Exactly, exactly. Now, don't dispute, like misconstrue me. I'm not saying AIs are not good developments, are not good. No, that's not my point. My point is that if you rely on AI to create your content 100%, then you should be in for a big disaster as far as what SEO content writing is, because the standard of Google still remains the same before the AI and even after the AI. That yes, whatsoever content a publisher are dishing out must what? Be relevant, must what? Be quality, must be addressing the needs and pain points of what? Of user. And that is the core mandate of Google or any other search engine. They want to give users the best experience they could ever imagine.
Mhm. So Google does not, go against AI generated content. What it does want for the search engine is it wants content that are, it says based on EEAT. That
Exactly.
it has the elements of expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness. So
Yeah.
Google allows you to use AI, but it must show these elements.
Exactly.
Your content must show these elements. So for you,
100% correct.
for you, how are you? How have you been using AI in SEO content writing?
All right.
What are
Now, okay. Okay. You are going to say something.
yeah? What has the process been for you?
All right. Okay. Let me first of all admit that I didn't uh, adapt quickly to the use of AI. When there was a rave about ChatGPT, I was skeptical because me, I like creating content that is what quality and what relevant. You understand? Now, fast forward to today, I use AI, but I don't use AI to really generate my content. I use it to assist my content creation process. So that is how I use AI. I don't use AI that okay, AI is taking my place. And that is where a lot of SEO content writers who parade themselves as gurus, or they get it wrong. They use AI, they allow AI to take their place, and that's it is AI is will I say is meant to be used for what by content creator, not AI using content creators.
Hmm. AI is meant to be used by creators, not AI using content creators. I think our audience get that point. So, so what are the tools that you use for SEO content AI tools you use for SEO content writing? When it comes to keyword research, is there any particular tool that has been helpful to you in keyword research, in doing your content outline, in even writing the content, in refining the content, and in making sure that it is optimized for search engine? Are there any particular tools you use?
Well, okay, let me start by saying that you have hundreds of tools out there. The truth is that you can't use all of these tools. You have to what to pick, and certain factors will determine the kind of tools you use. Now, talking about keyword research, I basically the number one tool I use for keyword research is Google itself, because I believe that that is the way where you have what the raw data. Now, the keyword tools that we have all around, they are good. I'm not saying they are not good, but they are like estimates. They give you like a guess of what Google what a guess, they extract data from Google. You understand? So they are good.
Yeah.
I use keyword everywhere. I use the paid version of keyword everywhere. I also use like I said, the Google search itself. I use the auto search, the auto suggestion of Google, the section like people ask section, related question, related searches too. I use all of those for what? For keyword research. Now, for content optimization, now a lot of tools that we have for this content optimization, most of them are what? Are premium version. So if you really want to up on any of them, you must be ready. You must have some bucks in your account. You must have some bucks in your account. But there are a couple of free tools online. I use detailed extension. That is one of the tools I use to what? To optimize in terms of my heading, in terms of my like the H tag session. It makes you to be able to what? Like for example, you want to like you are doing a research on a particular topic. Let's say aggressiveness, for example. I'm just using that one. Or aggressiveness. You can when you type that keyword into the search bar, the option that comes up, you can click the like let's say the top they are your competitor. You want to rank for that keyword, you want to take that spot and they are there, you want to take that spot. So you open their article, you look at their on page optimization. This dictate tool helps to what? To be able to scan, okay, what do these people have in their content, then you'll be able to what? To copy and reverse it. You reverse engineer their what? Their sources.
Mm. I think let's just come back to this again, so our audience can understand. For
Okay.
you, when you want to write a content,
Okay.
when we are talking about content writing, it could be a blog post, it could
Okay.
be
Yeah.
social media post. So for you, what is the process for you? How do you start? How do you start writing? What's your workflow? What do you start with? And
All right.
how, how do you make it happen so that your content is
Okay.
optimized for search engine?
All right. Now, okay, you made mention of social media posts. Social media posts, you don't really need to optimize it for search. But if you are writing like based on what the data that Google have, search big search, we know Google is the largest in the world. If I want to create content, what I do is first of all I get like the topic I want to write on. Then I do my keyword research on it. And most especially I advise like it depend on what the site or the blog the person is writing for a blog that don't have much domain authority. You can It's always advisable to go for words for less competitive keywords. Those are what the long term words, long tail keyword. So what I do is that I go to Google, I search for those terms. I can use Google to get some idea. What are the people asking? What are the things people are asking about this particular topic? I go to the words. The people also ask session, then the related search session. I go there. When I go there, I gather data. I can still use keyword. So once I'm done with the keyword research, that is usually the first stage. Once I'm done with that, then I try to what to get like outline my content. I can use ChatGPT to do that. Like give me an excellent outline for this topic. That does not mean that I'm going to use that outline the AI ChatGPT provide. No, it's just to give me like an idea on how I'm going to structure that particular post or blog post as the case may be. I use that detail to check what my competitors have already written. Then I can take this one. If this one wrote about this and this one wrote about this, I take all of them, sieve. Once I sieve, I get what I want to write, then I structure it, then I write. And again, I try to infuse the keywords into that con Now, in doing that, you must not stuff keywords. I know you've heard of that term. You must not stuff in what keywords, because that is against words. It doesn't give the users the best of experience. So basically that's and I didn't talk about, like, it depends. If you have a website and you are very good in using WordPress. If, for example, a freelancer might not need to publish the post him or herself. You just write the article and submit to the client, whosoever they are writing for. But if you are the owner of the website, that means you still have to do a lot of things on WordPress in the process of trying to publish that post.
Mm. So and let me ask you this question. From your experience in SEO, content writing before AI, what is the most important thing to do when it comes to content writing? What's the most important SEO practices
The
for
most
for
what?
the most important SEO practices for content writing? I mean, from your experience, what have you learned about how the world of SEO content writing works? What do you see are the most important SEO practices, and how is AI helping with that?
See, please, you can hear me on the meeting. You are still eating. I will slap you. Hello.
Yeah, the great. I think you were disturbed by someone, so thank you for coming back.
Yes. Sorry for
Might want
that.
to like, yeah, no problem. Next time you can just like mute.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No problem. So what I was asking is, what are the best SEO practices uh, for content writing, and how is AI helping with that?
Mm. Okay. To start with, yeah, we've said something along that line while we started. The best practice, I call them the four pillars, or will I say the four essentials of SEO content writing. The first one, you have what? Expertise. You have experience. You have authority. Then you have what? Trustworthiness. So when you are as a publisher, you are creating content. Your content needs what? To show forth these elements. Now, expertise, like let's say for example now, I want to write a a blog on how to publish a book on Amazon KDP, for example. I want to write a blog on that. Now, I need to create that content in such a way that will project expertise. How do I do that? Now you want to ask, do I need to have published a couple of books on KDP? Not necessary, not necessary that I must have published a couple of books on KDP. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will write the blog post in a way that projects expertise. That yes, it will, and again, expertise is show that yes, this person know what is saying. And again, I'll be able to what the kind of the quotes, the content, the quotes, like the resource I use in creating those content to also project that expertise. Then as regard the experience is the one that was added. Formerly it was just what? EAT. Then because of Google's mandate to give user the best of experience, they say, oh, it's like we missed out something, and it's called what? User experience, but they just put it as what? Experience. Their experience is for what? Basically for users. And from my own understanding, all of this, the EAT is pointing towards what? The user's experience. The expertise, why do you need to show expertise? Basically for what? For the users. Then the authority, now we can also talk about the off page SEO. That one might get a little technical, talking about the link building and all of that. Link building, we are good, that will be the technical aspect. The authority, like for every site has its authority level. Like site like LinkedIn, the authority level, if you can check, you will see the authority level. Some could be 90, some could be what? 80, some could be 67. So all of those signals are what Google what they have it in their store. So for example now, a site that has a domain authority of, like, other sites are linking back to them, publish a blog on a particular post, like let's say how to write a blog post, and has a domain authority and have shown expertise through that content. Now, a site that have, let's say, just one authority, you can imagine the competition. The margin is just so much that Google will have no option but say, this site is what? More authoritative. Let's give this side the first position, and not this one with just one, even though that document, that post is so good. But in as much as this site with the higher authority has also satisfied that condition of expertise and has a higher domain authority, this site is most likely to what? To come first. That is for, I've talked about what? The what? Expertise. I've talked about what?
Experience.
Authority. No,
Authority.
Along the line, I think I talked about experience too. Experience, the user experience. Then you have trustworthiness. Trustworthiness. This is how, like through your content you show trustworthiness, in the sense that, for example, now you are writing on a particular, how to write a book, the initial example I gave. I could relate to what, to sources with what, with good reputation, with good domain authority. Let's say, for example, like folks, authority like that. Like, I can quote something, Google is seeing the signal. So these are some of the things that you need to look at when creating content. Okay, who are you pointing to? Who are you talking about? So all of those things, they communicate and send signals towards to search that, yes, this post is what, shown expertise, show what, authority, show experience, and what, trustworthiness. But if your content is just anyhow, the arrangement of it too, your headers, H2 header, H1, H3, how do you what, arrange them? Are they well optimized? The images. So there are a lot of a little technical stuff around this. So basically, those are the four major thing I think is what, major practices that every SEO content writer, SEO, don't need to what, to downplay.
Interesting. But I think the EEAT is outside the technical aspect of SEO content writing. Is that correct?
Not 100% correct.
Okay.
Now when I say EAT, now the trust, credibility, all of this has a way of what, it has a link with what, quality and relevance. For example, now let's say you have a website that talks about what, writing, that talks about what, writing, and the off page, like I said, link building is an off page what, SEO effort or campaign. Now let's say the site linking back to you are what, site not related to what you are into, what your content is about. Let's say you are talking about what, your site is about, let's say, publishing, then site about dog, how to feed a dog, how to rear a rabbit are linking to your site. It's that link profile is terrible. It is a terrible link profile. Or music, how is music related to publishing books?
Mm.
So it has a link between what, the quality and relevance. So that is why I say it is not 100% what, correct. So relevance and quality, those two always work hand in hand, whether
So let's
on page or off page. I'm with you.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry for the technical glitches. Um, Before that happened, the great was talking about the best practices in SEO content writing. We were talking about the EEAT, and I was trying to ask you, the great, that link building is part of trustworthiness. The best way to put it is that link building is part of trustworthiness. So it is not 100% true to say that EEAT is not a technical aspect of SEO content writing.
Exactly.
So now let's relate it back to AI now. How I'm wondering, I use SEO content for AI tools too, but for our viewers, how I'm wondering, how does these practices, how can you use AI tools to help you in these practices? Because when you talk about experience, how can AI help you with experience? How can it help you with expertise? How can it help you with authority? How can it help you with trustworthiness? The
Okay,
great you-
can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, your question is, okay, how can AI aid all of this, uh, like help anyone who wants to use AI to meet the demand of Google as far as the EEAT is concerned? Okay,
Yes.
now the expertise, that one, AI can meet that, but it now depends on, okay, how you are able to prompt the AI. How can you prompt it? Like for
Come again.
example, now you want to, yes, how you are able to prompt the AI, because the AI is just like, okay, garbage in, garbage out. That is how the AI is a computer term. Okay, what you give is what you get back
Yeah.
from it. Now, we know that, yes, as far this AI, let's take ChatGPT for example now, the 3.5. We know we have the ChatGPT 4, and to have access to that one is a premium. You need to pay
Yes.
money. So and we know that the ChatGPT, the 3.5, it has a data backdated from what? It can operate like with the data backdate like from 2021 backward, right?
Yes.
So now I believe before 2021 they've been what? Content online that have shown expertise, true or false?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes, there are content online that have shown expertise before 2021. So you can tap from those data, and that to do that, it is how you prompt the what? The AI. For example now, you want to write how to cook jollof rice, jollof. Okay, I don't know if I'm ordering the pronunciation for for those who cook a lot. How to cook or prepare jollof rice. For example, you want to write a blog post, and let's say I've in my life prepare I've never prepared jollof rice before. I can what? Impute, prompt the ChatGPT. Just imagine, okay, you are an expert. You are an expert in what? In you are an expert caterer or cook. Please write so 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 and so about what? Cooking. About cooking. Now, mind you, I've never cooked jollof rice before, but now I'm trying to prompt that AI to what? To go in search of what? The data within it what? Its store, to what? To produce con ten t that what? That teaches one how to cook jollof rice.
Mm.
Now, that one can serve as what? Expertise. Now, if I'm able to write that, then I use my ability to what? To prompt the AI to what?
Yeah, the great can no longer hear you. Yeah, I think he's having network issues, so we can no longer hear him. Yeah, he's going to join us back. I'll reach out to him now we can continue this conversation. Um, for me, I think one of the biggest strength of um, for those of our viewers watching, thank you for joining us again. I just wanted to talk about what it was. I want to continue from where it stopped. For me, I think the biggest strength of AI tools is that they can help you generate content that you yourself you are not an expertise on, subjects where you are not an expertise on. You can use AI content. You can use AI tools for generating content in these areas. And as for experience, you still need human writers. I think that's where the human writers comes in. I believe, not even I think, I believe this is where the human writers comes in. AI does not have the experiences as you have. Um, you cannot you cannot give you the nuances that you are going to bring to your content. And one thing that makes writing enjoyable to readers is you giving them you sharing your experience. Storytelling is very important when it comes to um, writing. And Google loves that. Google's search engine loves that. That's what they want. They want you to show your experience, show tell stories, and give examples. Be specific about what you're talking about. That's what makes writing enjoyable for readers and even for search engines. So the human experience is very important when it comes to SEO content writing. And if you are a content writer for, let's say, a real estate um, company, you will always need to speak with people who are working on the field, because as a content writer you might not be working on the field. Your own is to just gather the content. You need primary sources. If you just go to AI to generate content about these things, generate your content, AI is gonna bring things that are just general. But if you speak with expert in your company, you are going to get you're going to get stories. They are going to tell you stories. There's going to be the nuances is going to show, and this is what readers value. They want to see a unique perspective to things. So it's very important we bring that to SEO content writing. So and after that, after experience, you have your authority. Authority. I think he's trying to join us back now. Uh, so let me just reach out to him. Uh, So so as we wait for him to join us, let me continue from where I stopped. So how can AI help you with trustworthy, with authority? The authority aspect of um of AI has to do with, okay, the grade is here.
Hello, Toif.
Yeah, the grade, welcome back. I think you had network issues. Thank you for making
Yeah,
it here back. Let's find
sorry
that.
for
So
that.
no problem. It's fine.
Okay.
Apologies to our audience who who are watching
Oh
now
yeah,
will watch this later. Um, so we were talking. I was talking about. I actually continued the conversation from where you stopped, and I was saying that expertise is one of the strongest. Um, like AI tools, one of the strengths of AI tools is to help you in the area of expertise. Like I think that's the biggest strength of AI tools. And
yeah,
when we now move to experience, I don't think AI tools can help you um, impute experience because we need unique perspectives. And I was saying that one thing that makes writing enjoyable is telling stories, giving examples, being specific,
examples.
not being general.
Exactly.
And even yeah, Google too recognize this. That's why
Yeah,
they said experience is important. You cannot just generate content that is based on that has no value, no experience. The value of experience is not there. So AI cannot help you with that. So can we now move to let's move to um, authority quickly. How
okay.
can how can AI tools help you with this?
Authority, authority. AI authority is still it's AI too can only help to some degree with authority, not 100% when it comes to the EAT, because when you talk about authority, authority has to do with on page and even off page. Just like I said, the link building and all of that. AI can help you get link and all of that. I don't know of AIs that will help you get like quality and relevant link to your website. But the
Mm.
way it can help you with authority is in terms of content creation. What do I mean by that? For example, now you just started a website. Your website is all about, okay, what should I use as okay, let's say your website is about what? Education. Like you want to be publishing, or blog, you want to be publishing content around education. Now, one way AI can help you get authority is like to produce content that
Yeah, we can no longer hear the great again. I think he's having network issues again. So
produce
um
more
you-
more
okay.
quality. Now,
Yeah, the great the your network was scrappy for some seconds.
I've been here. I just had to. Okay,
So you're talking
can you
about
hear me?
how yes we can hear you now. You're talking about how AI tools can help with the
Yes,
authoritativeness part of it.
yes. Like the example I was trying to cite. Now, let's say you want to create a website, and that website, the niche is education. Or let's narrow it down. Let's say you want to talk about what? High school students, like topics that concerns what? High school students. So one way AI can help you build your authority is to help you create more and more quality content. Now, when I say quality content, not that you will need to rely on AI to do it 100%. I don't believe in that. But to help you produce more of those what? Content. For example, now let's say you just launch that website. First, you might not have like the off page SEO when it comes to what? Authority, having so much backlinks. Your site, definitely it won't look like site like what? Harvard, all those sites that are in the education niche, who are also publishing content in those area. One of the way AI can help you boost your authority is, let's say you create a topical map. You create so much topic, like topics that revolve around education. The more and more you publish on it, on those topic, Google, you'll be sending signals, especially if you are meeting all, like your content is well optimized for search. You are not doing you are doing everything that is expected of you as what, as a publisher. The more you publish content with time, Google will begin you begin to send signal that, oh, it's like this guy, this blog, this website is what, is an authority, is becoming an authority in this words, in this area, because this site has been publishing content consistently that revolves in this area. So you are sending signal to Google that yes, I'm an authority in what, in this niche. With time, you begin to rank. That
Mm.
is the way that if those content you are dishing out, not you are just mass producing content. Some people, they mass produce content, they can create in a day, can publish like, let's say, 10 articles, and all of those articles, none of them meet the standard of, that will be, like I said, if you do like, use AI without human factor, without you what, doing everything that is expected, you should be ready for what, for a disaster. So it will amount to nothing. It will just mean that you just publish
Yeah,
crap, and dish it
yeah,
out to what, to
yeah,
the.
yeah. Yeah, I think one aspect of authoritativeness is that your content must be supported by, you must have credible sources for your content.
Very true.
So so how
True.
does AI help with that? What are the tools that you can use? For example, ChatGPT will not tell you this is the source of the information I'm giving you. So what are the tools that are there any tools that content writers use that is going to cite the sources? I know about Perplexity AI. I think Perplexity AI sometimes cite
I, wa-
sources.
I was going to say that. I was going to
Okay,
say that.
okay,
Like, if you tell AI to, you prompt AI to what, to write an article on a particular topic, then you give the instruction that please include relevant, let's say, relevant quotes or relevant stats, depending on the topic you are writing on. Let's say you say include relevant stats. Don't be surprised when ChatGPT give you stats. The stat might be accurate, like not really 100% accurate. Like the facts might be accurate, but the figure, ChatGPT can give you like, okay, let's say, okay, in 2022, 100 persons, 100 persons, 100 persons, business owner launch their website. Now, it's my like they launch the detail that launch their website in so 20, like this thing, but the number, ChatGPT might be telling you like 200 or any other figure, when truly it's, let's say, 100. You won't get like the accurate, like the detail might be okay. In 2021, so number of persons did this, but the figure accuracy, how many, what percentage, you barely will get that. So app content creators could use is Perplexity AI. If you just go, you prompt that fact that you want to find out, it can lead you to what, it will give you sources in the outcome to your prompt, like the response to your prompt, to give you like sources you can check. And doing that, you still need your brain. The AI will not help you to do that. So, but aside AI, the best way to do it is that when you are creating content and the facts, you are skeptical about the facts you are not sure about it, the best way is to go to Google and search and get the accurate data and put it in your content.
mm.
That
And I
way.
think, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead.
No, you're about to say something.
Yes, I just want us to move ahead to trust because I think we are running out of time now. So the trust aspect of these two, I don't think AI tools can help much with that.
The trust aspect of it is linked to what? To the authority.
Like, yeah, the
Yes, when
sources.
you, yes, so they are closely related. A site, if your content shows authoritativeness, invariably it shows what? Trust. So there is no much different, the element of trust and that of what? Authoritativeness.
Mhm. I think authority, trust, has more to do with, trying to make sure that you're not presenting um you're not presenting misinformation.
Misinformation.
Yes, and I think sometimes AI content hallucinate, and the best thing to do this is whenever you have facts, you try to fact check the facts.
Verify, yeah.
Fact check, verify. I use fact check because of journalism. But let's quickly move on now to what are the we've talked about some of the challenges of using AI content, which is sometimes it can generate inaccurate information. What are the
Mm.
major challenges content writers should watch out for when they are using AI tools for their for SEO content writing?
All right. Some of them we've actually spoke of a couple of them, those challenges. But the truth of the matter is that the content writer could be the source of challenge too. The content writer could be the source of challenge
How
if,
does that? Okay.
yes, what I mean by that is if he or she does not what do his or her own due diligence. Now
Mm,
we've talked about, okay, the EAT, how what measures you can take to ensure that yes, your content, your website is meeting to this standard. But if you are not, like for example, you are creating the content and you are using ChatGPT for example, and you see a stat, a fact that you want to dish out to users, and you decide not to verify it and go ahead and publish it, such a creator is already part of what? Of the challenge. Because this challenge is, it is the creator that will what? That will curb all of this. That will curb all of this. Like say for example now, we know there is AI too. You say we're going to go into the ethical aspect of it. That people now, not every image you see online are true images now. Not every image you see online, even video. Let's say
that's
for
true.
example now, an affiliate website for example now, they could do a video, or any other website for any other business that have a website that Google can crawl their con ten t. They could share a video that they project to their users to be real, whereas it is not real. Let's say it is AI that created it or something like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes.
So the challenge is basically is humans, the creators, managing, meeting the standard. If a creator follow the EAT, most of these things will be curbed.
Mm,
Most of these things will be curbed. It is when you decide, it's just like you are giving to Google what it wants. If you give it or the search what it wants, you won't have issue with the search. But if you decide that yes, you are trying to cut corners, okay, I need to publish more, and you are not looking at all of these things you have earlier said, then issue is bound to abound.
mm. So that's very important. I think one of the most important thing going forward for content writers, that will be the biggest issue in even AI generally, is the the authenticity of of the content that you produce. How
Exactly.
authentic how authentic is it? And these best practices of SEO is the best way to navigate
Honestly.
that challenges.
Honestly.
That's good. So
Just
we are going to
can
be
I add one more? Let me add one
yes.
more to that. Another challenge, the challenge is that content writer, because of AI, they could overly rely on AI to create content. That laziness, that laxity to want to exert their creativity. their creativity, because the more they get used to AI, if they are not careful, I don't know if it's a challenge in disguise, they can get laxed up that they overly rely on what AI to produce their content and forget the fact that AI was meant for humans to use and not AI using humans.
I'm glad you repeated that again. I saw that one of our viewers mentioned it in the LinkedIn page.
Wow.
He echoed that is that AI is meant to be used by content creators and not content creators being used by AI. And I think one of the challenges for me too, when um, AI tools first came out, and in 2022, one of the challenges was for me too is so when I started using AI tools for generating content, and I saw that I lose that I lost that that enjoyment I I feel when I'm writing, trying to change this word, trying to make sure that you know the tone and the style you're trying to shape it. I lost that enjoyment, and one thing I did was that going forward was that I stopped using AI tools for my first draft. You know, and one thing we fear about AI is we are going to become lazy,
Exactly.
lazy thinkers. We will not be able to think. Yes. And what would have what the challenge the problem is what would happen if these AI tools are not there one day? Will you be able to function as a content writer? And
Mm-hmm.
let's say for example there's trouble you have trouble accessing these tools. Are you still going to be functioning as a content writer? Will you be able to function? I think this is one of the problems we need to there need to be moderacy.
I think that calls for thought, for thinking or consideration for our
Yeah,
viewers, those who are what content writers or creators.
yeah, yeah. Yes, definitely. So we are going to be wrapping up now because it's almost 1 hour to this session. Um, what what are your advice for content writers that are still hesitating to use AI tools?
Okay, content writers who are still hesitating to what to use
Yeah,
AI
yeah, I think
tools.
that. Yeah.
Okay, the first piece of advice I will give to them is that first they should know that AI is AI and humans are humans. AI cannot take the place of what humans. That is the first piece of advice. AI is AI, humans are humans. And don't hesitate, you can use it, but know what works for Google. Know what works for Google. Google wants quality and relevance in all SEO efforts you take, whether it's content creation, keyword research, every of it from start to finish. Try to meet the EEAT standard of Google. That's all. And again, in using AI, don't forget that yes, you are human. Your creativity is always very what important. It is your creativity that makes that content your own, that makes it that yes, I was the one who wrote this piece of content. Without it, it's as good as what a piece written by what a robot.
Mm, thank you very much for that. um, thank you very much for that once again. So I think the take home point for everyone today is what the great said earlier. AI is meant to be used by content creators and not content creators being used by AI. There's a lot of meaning in that we can extract from that statement. One is that creativity is important. You know, your experience, adding your experience to content is important. Without this, your content is as good as. That's it just appear as if readers will not enjoy it, and the robot,
Robotic piece of content.
yes, readers will not enjoy it, and then more importantly, you as a business that want to appear at the first page of Google,
You won't.
you won't. There's a problem for you.
You get
So
penalized.
you're going to get penalized for that. So the most important thing is try try and be human.
Exactly, 100%.
Be human even if you are using SEO. So I think last thing is we are going to be seeing we are already seeing all the tools that content writers use, tools like Grammarly, tools like
Google Doc.
Google Docs, even all of um, Google's products are now they have element of AI in them.
Very true.
So so that what that means for SEO content writers is also that our career is going to be shaped by these tools and the new the innovations that are introduced. So are there any trends that you have noticed recently and that you think content writers should be following, should be watching out for in 2024?
Uh, the most important trend, and it will always be, is the emergence of what of new AIs, new AI for different tasks as regard SEO and even beyond. Now, the way out is to what? To keep what? Upskilling, keep learning. Even Google itself, almost on a monthly Google comes up with what? With updates, and the core update for each year. So the most important thing is, as a content writer, don't think what's like how something was done in 2015 will remain, or how something is done 2023 will remain the exact way it will be done in 2024. So be on the lookout, watch out for trends, and learn, upskill. So that is the advice I will give.
Thank you very much, the great. Yeah, thank you, our viewers, for watching this episode. We really appreciate the time you spent with us. I benefited from this. We have spoken about a lot. I know we didn't cover everything about SEO content writing, but
At
the
all.
fundamental at all, yeah. But the fundamental, we touched the fundamentals. We touched the opportunities and the challenges. We touched the fundamentals, and I think that's very important. So, for those that are going to be watching this replay, we appreciate you for that. And our viewers at home, if you are if you are expecting, you might be expecting anything from the greats. Uh, for our viewers who are expecting, who might want to get in touch with you, can you tell us your social media handles?
My social media handle, I think I'm more serious with LinkedIn now. LinkedIn, it's my name, the Great Michael. I'm also on Twitter, but not that serious with it. But very soon, I think I'll get serious on Twitter. But LinkedIn, the Great Michael. Social media is still my name, the Great Michael. If you just type, that is my name for all social media.
So you can follow our guest, the great Mikey, on LinkedIn to get more. And DMI LinkedIn page is DMI Digital Marketing Agency. Follow us on our LinkedIn page to get more updates on next episode. Tomorrow we are going to be having another episode of this show, um, brought to you by uh, DMI, and that's about algorithm update to something related to SEO, Google algorithm ranking factors, what matters now in 2024. That's going to be happening tomorrow by 6 p.m. Watch out for that with
Interesting.
Habib Abdurraouf. So, and Also, we get a big a guest who is experienced. So thank you very much, and have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Peace out.